Hello and welcome to FlukyFacts. In this video, we will explore the origins and structure of Nobel Prizes with a special focus on the 2025 Peace Prize and the unexpected stir it caused. Let's begin. When we think of the Nobel Prizes, we often think of prestige, global recognition, and landmark achievements. But why do these prizes still matter today? Because they reflect how the society values science, literature, and peace. 2025 Peace Prize in particular has created a renewed interest, and that makes this perfect moment to understand how the Nobel system actually works. In 2025, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to Maria Corina Machado. The Norwegian Nobel Committee honored her for her tireless work promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela and for her struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy. Her recognition underscores how the Nobel still prizes courage, nonviolence, and democracy. Machado dedicates the prize to Venezuela, highlighting the word that peace begins with citizens demanding justice. But 2025 also brought an interesting twist. Donald Trump, the US president, had been repeatedly publicly stating that he believed he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. Several figures, including Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, even offered nominations for him. However, experts and Nobel Committee dismissed the idea that lobbying or public pressure would influence the decision. In the end, the committee selected Machado, showing that the Nobel structure resists celebrity-driven claims. So, why open with 2025 and Trump? Because it grounds us in the current moment, knowing who just won and who tried to win. Help us understand the mechanics, controversies, and constraints behind Nobel decisions. As we move through this module, you will see how Nobel's past and structure intersect with, intersect with unfolding events today. Here, what we here's what we will cover in this video. Who Alfred Nobel was, how the prize started, the various Nobel categories and which institution run them, how nomination and selection happen, some historical controversies, why the Nobel system prevents purely popularity claims. Alfred Nobel was a Swedish investor. Alfred Nobel was a Swedish inventor and industrialist born on 1833, best known for creating dynamite. But late in life, he worried about how he would remember. Legend says a premature legend says a premature obituary called him the merchant of death, which haunted him. So In his will, Nobel allocated his fortune to create prizes for people who confer the greatest benefit to mankind in physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and his friendship and correspondence with pacifists, especially Bertha von Suttner, like influenced the inclusion of the Peace Prize. Nobel's will always Nobel's will specified five categories: physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace. Later on, later an additional prizes, later an additional prize in economic science was added. Each category is administered by different institutions in Sweden. The Royal Swedish Academy of Science, Karolinska Institute, Swedish Academy, etc. But the Nobel Peace Prize is unique. It's awarded by the Norwegian Committee and ceremony held in Oslo. Why Norway? Historically, Norway had a more neutral posture compared to Sweden, and nobles will entrusted Norway with that responsibility. The Nobel nomination system is strict and secret. Eligible nominators include professors, past, liter- past laureates, member of parliament, and certain international judges or officers. Every year, the deadline for nomination is January 31st. After that, a selection process begins. Preliminary review, narrowing of candidates, committee deliberations, and the final decision. Also, nomination and committee deliberations are kept secret for 50 years. This helps protect the integrity of the process. Once the laureate is selected, the award is announced in October. The formal ceremonies happens on 10th of December, the anniversary of Alfred Nobel's death. For the Peace Prize, the ceremony is held in Oslo city. Held in Oslo City Hall. For other Nobel categories, the ceremony is in Stockholm. Laureates receives a medal, a diploma, and a monetary award. Speeches, banquet, and media attention typically follow. No prize system is perfect. Here are some famous Nobel controversies. Mahatma Gandhi was never awarded the Peace Prize, despite being nominated multiple times. And Henry Kissinger received it in 1973, despite being involved in controversial wars. Barack Obama's 2009 Peace Prize was criticized as being premature or symbolic. Some laureates have later been accused of action contrary to peace ideas. These cases show how Nobel is both ambitious and subject to moral debates. One reason figures like Trump often fall short is because Nobel is built to guard against hype. The committee favors long-term impact over sudden victories. It resists lobbying and public pressure, nomination after deadlines, or political posturing often don't count. In other words, Nobel is structured to reward real, sustained contribution, not transient fame. Let's recap the key points. Nobel came from Alfred Nobel's will to reward humanistic achievement. Each prize has each prize has its own committee, with Peace Prize being distinct in Norway. Nomination, nominations, secrecy, and procedure protect integrity. Historically, controversies teaches us about Nobel's complexity. The structure limits shortcut to fame. In the next video, we, in the next video, we will under, in the next video, we will humanize these rules through the stories of iconic Nobel laureates. Here are few questions to reflect on or discuss. Should Nobel rules ever change to include different types of diplomacy? Can someone truly win a peace prize while also being a political figure? Which Nobel Commission, which Nobel commissions like Gandhi surprises you most and why? This presentation is made on based on secondary research. Here are the resources. Also, the link of the all the resources are present in the description section. Thank you for watching and please subscribe to FlukyFacts to more to know more about such facts.